Hey everybody, welcome back to the Daily Bern. Come on in. This is the war room of the political revolution. What this is a daily motivational show for all of us that are out there each day fighting in this political revolution in order to change our government into one that works for the people. Please like and share and comment. Any interaction in the show helps the video do better and get out to more people. So I would love that, and I love hearing from you. So join in the discussion. I like it to be an ongoing type of conversation in here. But thanks for coming back to the Daily Bern. I'm your host, Yankee, and on this show, we are realistic. We understand what we are up against. We are not naive. We understand the severity of this situation. We know that we are the ones that must fix it. And we realize that time is running out and the time to act is now. Most important, we are aware of the fact that no one is coming to save us, nor could they. This only happens when millions of us stand united and demand it. We don't ask nicely and hope we get it. We take it. We overwhelm their rigged, corrupt system with our numbers. We must. That is what has got to happen. That is the only way that change takes place, and change must take place right now, yesterday even. There is no time to wait, no time to ask or wait for permission. Those that lord over us are too greedy. They want too much. They are unreasonable, and they overplay their hands. They underestimate us, and that is a good thing. Let them lull themselves into a false sense of security because they think that they have us beaten down. They don't think that we will put up a fight. They are counting on us to fail, to fall short, but we aren't going to fail. We are going to win. We know that this is our fight, and we own that fact. We have taken responsibility for our situation, and we know that we are heading in the right direction to fix it. We are winning. They are hiding it as much as they can, but we clearly are. This is much different this time around. We are not in the same situation we were in 2016, and we did amazing in 2016. We didn't do enough, quite frankly. A lot of people don't like to hear that. We're going to have to do more. That's just a fact. But we did amazing. We took a senator who was virtually unknown in 2015. Most people did not know who Bernie Sanders was. You had to be very involved in politics to be aware of Bernie Sanders. And he went from being 60 points behind Hillary Clinton to winning 23 primaries. We did amazing. We really did. We are in a much better position this time. Now, our candidate is the most well-known politician in America and the most well-liked. We have the most popular politician as our candidate, and his platform is amazing. The things that we're pushing for, the things that we're trying to do, are things that everybody can get behind. And he focuses us on the actual enemy of the people, which is the predator class, the percent of 1%, the fraction of a percent of people, like 10, 11 people who lord over everything and control all the resources on this planet. Those are our enemies. Those are who we're going to take this from. That is where the power needs to be removed from and put back with the people. And that's what we're doing. And if you would like to help us, I include a link in the description of every Daily Bern to berniesanders.com. Please go there and see if there's any way that you can help out the campaign by volunteering. There's almost 3 million of us volunteering to help out the campaign and help Bernie get elected and move the revolution forward. Join us or donate any amount. Our average donation right now is $18, but $1 is great. No matter what you donate, it is amazing, and thank you. Sometimes I only give $1. It all adds up. You see, we bought a politician. Bernie Sanders works for us, so we have to chip in. It's very expensive to run for president. And, we can win this. We just have to do all that we can. And that means putting yourself out there. Wear your Bernie gear. Put a bumper sticker on your car. Those bumper stickers really do draw a lot of attention. I'm amazed at how much attention and how many conversations my bumper sticker starts. And that's just the people that approach me. So be an example, an inspiration. Do your best to model what we're trying to do here. Make society more loving and less survival of the fittest. Be the change that you want to see starting right now. Stay focused on our goals and know that if we do the work, we will win. But it's going to take making some changes, taking a hard look at yourself and figuring out what you can change to help move the revolution forward in your own life. Do different things, try new stuff, take chances. If you keep doing what you've always done, you're going to get what you've always got. We don't want that. We want better. We want change. We want progress. We have big goals. We're dreamers, but these aren't pipe dreams. These are attainable things that are being done and enjoyed all around the world. We are the last to the party on a lot of this stuff, and we're convinced that we have it so good. We're living a lie. This is the age of deceit. George Carlin once said that it's called the American dream because you have to be asleep to believe it. Well, that may be true, but it doesn't have to stay true. We can fight back. We can stand up and end their rigged game. All we have got to do is stand united by the millions. Never back down, never give an inch, and demand that this change takes place. We make it happen. We take control away from the greedy predators and we give it to the people. By force of our numbers, we overwhelm them. Every caucus, every primary, every voting opportunity that we get, every chance that we get to flex our power in this primary, we need to overwhelm them with our numbers. You know, they're doing things like in the caucuses, they're going to allow phone voting. So you can imagine the possibilities for rigging, right? They're going to try to do that. But if we overwhelm them, and that's what we got to do, if we overwhelm them with our numbers, we will win. That's just a fact. There's nothing they can do about it. That is the way change takes place. We are taking over their system from the inside. And to do that, we are going to have to dominate it. And that means we are going to have to do all we can. Get out there, be involved, and then show up when it's time. We do all that, ain't nothing they can do. They're going to try all they can, but they won't build a rig it if we do that. We can win this. Not Bernie, us. This is our fight, so let's go do it. Let's win. We're winning. Let's keep going. Just stay in that positive mental attitude. Don't let anything break you down. Don't let the media distract you. Don't let any of these things distract you. Stay focused. But thanks again for coming to the Daily Burn, and if you shared, thank you so much. That helps more than you know, and this message needs to spread and get out there, so thank you. Next, we're going to head into our segments. Our first segment is the news. We always go through a couple news stories, so let's head on over to the newsroom and see what news I picked out for you. Okay, so from now on, the Daily Burn is going to get its news from the same place that you should get your news, the Burn Notice. This is the newsletter put out by the Bernie Sanders campaign, and they centralize all news stories in here. Like this is a story that's an original Burn Notice piece, but there's a story here from Politico, CNN Politics, The Post, CNBC, Time. They take all the stories and they put them all in one place so that, you know, all these stories that are out there but are buried at the bottom of the pages and the bottom of the websites. So they feature those stories. Then they also have things from the campaign like this here. This is Bernie's campaign is demanding a retraction of inaccurate Washington Post fact check on medical bankruptcy. And it says in the last 2 months, the Washington Post has repeatedly published factually inaccurate fact checked articles about Bernie Sanders. And despite being publicly ridiculed for these articles, the newspaper has never issued a correction or retraction. The latest example is the most egregious. In its zealous attempts to criticize Bernie, the newspaper ended up promoting inaccurate information that wrongly defamed the work of a well-respected academic researcher. The Bernie 2020 campaign today sent a letter to the Washington Post editor Mary Marty Barron demanding a full retraction of the story, and that letter is here. And this is the letter. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but check out the Bern notice and you can read it. But I also picked out a video I want to show you about Bernie's plan to erase all medical debt. Now, the clip I'm going to play you is from a town hall, and it's the question and answer segment. And the first voice you're going to hear is a woman in the crowd asking Bernie, well, telling Bernie a story.
I'm not covered here because I don't make enough. I literally don't make enough to actually be covered by Obamacare. So I've actually accrued medical debt that is now against me. Is there anything in your plan that would actually work for people that are drowning right now from their medical debt?
Actually, in another piece of legislation, there is. I mean, what we're looking at right now, as I said earlier, is 500,000 people who are going bankrupt and others that are using up their entire life savings to cover the medical bills that they have right now. And I gather that's your scenario. So in another piece of legislation that we're going to be offering, we will eliminate medical debt in this country. I mean, I just stop and think for a second. Why should people be placed in financial duress? For what crime did you commit? You had a serious illness? That is not what this country should be about. But I think when we move to Medicare for all, we will end bankruptcy and we will end families having to suffer financially because somebody came down with a serious illness.
You know, and that is the kind of bailout that's going to help the economy. You know, we did these Wall Street bailouts in 2008, trillions of dollars. Did the regular person see anything from that? These kind of bailouts, eliminating student debt, eliminating medical debt, that is what would boost the economy. And see, we're back at the Bern notice now, and I'm going to show you. Bernie Sanders releases $16 trillion climate plan that declares an issue as a national emergency. And then the size of the bank bailout was $29 trillion. And that's from a story from CNBC from 2011. So we spent $29 trillion bailing out the banks. We can't spend 16 investing in the environment. And Bernie's plan even makes money. But this article is from Time, and it's Nikki Haley. It's about Nikki Haley attacking Bernie's detailed proposal for a Green New Deal, suggesting that it's too expensive. But we can spend this much money bailing out banks. We need to bail out the American people. So that was the news stories that I wanted to go into with you guys. Real quick, let's get into Bernie events. The campaign just wrapped up in Maine and New Hampshire. They had a really big rally in New Hampshire yesterday I was watching, and it was very exciting. The crowd was huge. Bernie did great. Bernie always does great. Bernie is a very, very good speaker, and he motivates and inspires people, and that's why he makes such a great candidate for us. But the campaign will be going to Denver, Colorado on the 9th for another really big rally. And they are putting a lot of promotion behind this rally, so it should be a huge one. And I'm looking forward to that one. I would like to go to it, but I don't know if I can get the time off work. If I can get the time off work, I'm going to drive to that one. And that was what was going on with the campaign, and we've come to the end of another episode of the Daily Bern. I'd like to leave you guys today with this thought. There's not really any point to being alive if you don't at least try to do something remarkable. So be brave. Put yourself out there. Get yourself into positions and situations that allow you to grow our movement, to inspire people, to have conversations and spread the message as much as you can. You know, make the most of your opportunities. That's what this is really about. You know, you have your own daily lives. We all do. I do. I completely understand. I have a job. I have household worries. I have a family, all of that stuff. I don't live this revolution all the time. I'm just constantly aware of it. I'm constantly aware that I am in a fight. And I try to remember that in my decisions and my actions. And then I try to take advantage of the opportunities that come my way. And then just do all I can. Like I volunteer, I do the texting, which is super easy, by the way. If you're looking for a way to volunteer and help out the campaign, do the texting. You just set aside as much time as you want. You pick packages. So like I can go in there and I'll say, okay, I'm going to pick this package of 500. and they make bigger ones. There's 1,000, 1,500, and and you just go through and there's an app, and you just basically just swiping and pressing the send button, making sure the names are on there, etc. For 500 text, it's real quick, takes like 15 minutes, and it's easy. So that's a really good way to volunteer. There's lots of ways to volunteer. I was surprised how many different ways there are to help out the campaign. But just do all that you can. Maybe all you can do is donate. You know, that is amazing. Like I said, we bought a politician, so to we got to pay to play in this game. This game is rigged and it's expensive. And we're doing a great job. We're raising enough money for Bernie to be able to run at a front runner level and run a fantastic campaign. They're going all over this country spreading that message. And that's the kind of stuff we need to do. So donate if you can. If you can't donate and you can't volunteer, you don't have the time, you don't have the energy, you just can't, share the truth. Be the media. Support independent shows like this. Share articles and information explaining things to people. Fight this fear that's going to be laid on us. The media machine is going to lay propaganda and fear on us, or not on us, but on the average American in a way that you've never seen. You know, they already are. There's hit pieces going out on the air about Medicare for all, and I watched one, and it is wall to wall fear porn. 90 seconds of fear porn. Just they're going to take all your money. You won't be able to pick your doctor. Just lie after lie after lie. But that's what they're going to do. They're going to invest billions of dollars to fight this because they don't want this greed driven system to go away. They want to milk us dry. They love it. And they want you to love it. They want you to think that's what you deserve. Well, all around the world, they take care of their people and they guarantee health care as a right to their citizens, and we can do it here. And this greed driven system will die. And that's great. Good. I'm glad. You're charging 16 times for a bottle of insulin in this country than you do in other places. And that's not the only medication that they're gouging us on like that. It's almost everything across the board. Your greed has made it necessary to eliminate you. I feel no pity for the insurance industry, the healthcare industry. And as far as hospitals and all of that go, they're going to be just fine. Do you think hospitals enjoy turning away sick people? Doctors enjoy telling sick people there's nothing more I can do for you. Your insurance won't cover it. They don't have to do that anymore. It puts them in a much better position where they can actually do what they went to medical school to do and help people, and you don't have your life ruined because you get sick. And this is just one of the things we want. A living wage. You should be able to have dignity in this country. If you work a job, you work 40 hours a week, you should be able to live with dignity. These starvation wages shouldn't exist. Everything has went up in the past 20 years, but wages. Cost of everything has gone up, but pay has stayed the same. That can't be. We can't have a capitalist society if consumers can't afford to buy your products. This system can't stand with all this greed. They don't care. They don't care. They're going to destroy the planet. They're going to destroy the country. They're going to destroy the economy. They will bring us all to our knees, and they will have hidden their resources somewhere else. They don't care. They do not care about us, and we are the ones that have to take them down. This is our fight. That is something that I say every day, and I will say every day all the way through as this show goes on, because it is. And we need to own that. And once we own that, enough of us own that and accept it and realize that and do all we can, we will win. Because all we have to do is all that we can. So thanks for hanging out with me today, and I'll see you guys right here tomorrow for a brand new episode of the Daily Bern. Keep fighting out there. See you tomorrow.